And welcome back to another video.
Yes, round two
Round two
of our first little tournament.
featuring me and Jerome.
Jerome, yeah. So
Playing
you're
his deck Avatar of Error.
I think it's the one. I think he's mentioned
Echo
it's like it's the one he likes the most. I think the Avatar.
Yeah.
I believe it's his. It's his deck, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think we all decided to play our decks in
Our
this
decks.
little tournament.
Decks you feel most comfortable playing.
Yeah, which is what you're doing also, right? You're
Yeah.
playing your Knight's Tale.
In my Knight's Tale deck. So basically this deck is kind of like Fury Road, but there's like a lot of changes. There's a couple of changes I've made. We'll get into that. But essentially just playing charge minions and just trying to smash your opponents as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, we're saying like our hippogriffs is
The
nice
hippogriffs.
on top of everything else. Right?
And, you know, trying to get the towers to play the Highlander to fetch the bats, and then get the lions and the Sir Balin, and those are kind of like my favorite like mid-game cards because you kind of whiff a little bit mid-game.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you start playing the Sirs, it's like a beefier threat.
Well, like we saw in the last
Yeah.
video, I mean, same thing. Right? You're playing fire, air, and these are probably among, if not the best knights.
Yeah, so I saw them right away and I saw their potential and they're just great. The deck that I'm playing here, there is a couple of changes. The Thias is new and I'm currently testing that, which wasn't in this video. And the Whirling Blades is also a new addition because I took out one before. The initial deck had 2 flanking maneuver, and I found that sometimes it can be a dead draw, but Whirling Blades just can provide that damage and movement. So also working well, like, you know, because Blades is such a good card, so I said, oh, I'll try Whirling Blades too, because it's kind of like the same principle, and you could like potentially do a significant amount of damage.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, it's...
So this is, but like we just saw right in the last video too. This is another fire deck basically doing these aggressive like Imp, Horse, Boudica, Brilliant Knight, the Sirs, Courtesan, Thias. So I mean, there's is that what happens at tournaments and people shift the fire? Is that a thing? I don't know. But the fire didn't do so good. Well, no, both players are playing fire.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe everyone just feels comfortable behind the aggression of fire in a
because it's really an aggressive. You know, it's just there's so much. You know, the options are plentiful. Like with between the minions and magic spells that you could really lay on some serious damage. And I think that, you know, this deck has, ever since I've added the Sirs, the second Infiltrate, like highly underrated card. And since those changes, this deck has, like, for me personally, has over a 50% win rate, which is like huge for me. So it's like, wow. And even now as we're doing this video, I've also tweaked it 1 or 2 more cards, and I'm always trying to make it just that 1% better. So
yeah, always working on it. It's good. By the way, did I ever point out to you? I don't remember who it was, and I feel bad because it's a good little thing. But on the card's text, like for example, Boudica, a unique mortal. The only words that matter, so to speak, are the ones that are capitalized. Like we need to know that Boudica is a unique rarity. And mortal, and those are the ones that are capitalized. It's an interesting little thing. Anyways, let's check out
Jerome's
deck here.
Yeah. So I mean, we've seen this deck before. It's performed pretty well. I mean, I remember the first video when he was playing this deck. He had a photocopy of the card and was completely in love with this avatar, and has since then acquired this card.
I think so. Yeah.
Kind of like going. A little, you know, it's a little sidetrack, but like, you know, this is why I think proxies are important, because when you play test a card and you really think it's something you want to, you know, owns, and you know, fast forward a month or 2 later, and now he owns the card.
Yeah, owns the card, and it's one of his favorite decks. So
and that push ability.
From the avatar there. So if it occupies an air site.
Once on your turn, if it occupies an air site, you may fly a unit atop it to a nearby site.
So it's like a draw, like no draw, but you're basically blinking. You can blink something from it.
And it's It's actually really, I underestimated the Savitar, and this is my first I think my first or second time experiencing playing against the Savitar. Yeah.
It could be interesting with the round table. You know, you put the round table at the back, you summon all your things to it, draw a card, and then just push them away with this, and then they can take 2 steps in a sense.
Yeah, it's really really good.
So we have another triple trinket deck. It caused a problem for our last pilot, I think.
Yeah,
might have been stuck with 1 or 2 in his hand. So, but again, if you want to be aggressive, it's a good card. It's a good aggressive card. Try it, play it.
Yeah,
it really it stings. Especially when there's 2 of them in play.
And I was speaking with, after me and Jerome played this game, he's like, his minions, it's like, the efficient minions, like the snow leopard, it costs 1, it's 2 power. The boars, you got, the unicorn, just, so it costs 3, and it's like 4 power. The boss troll costs 2, 3 power. So he's like, just really trying to be efficient.
The thing is so that's definitely a thing, right? And even the phalanx 4 cost 5.
Yeah.
I think it's all very good, but I think it's all very good when you start at the auto unicorn. I think these cards are traps. Personally, like boss troll, wild boars, and snow leopards. Like, I understand the logic and the curve, and it's the same 1 for 2, 2 for 3. It's the same concept, but I think their impact again in middle. Like, I think these kinds of air earth decks are more mid-rangey, and I think those types of cards actually end up hurting you in the mid to late game. So I was gonna say he's playing a lot less artifacts than we saw with the Pathfinder in the last video.
Yeah.
So that's concept of risky draws mid-game with potentially dead cards could exist in this style of deck with cards that are low impact. Anyways, we'll see what happens. We're in the game here, so.
Yep. So.
Only time can tell.
Yeah, so this is our round 2. I won the first round against Marco. And this is our second round.
You moved on to round 2.
So I moved on to round 2. So playing Valley of the Light.
Antoine is playing against me right now, actually.
Yeah. So you were probably... So I think you're playing...
One of us is going to be on camera. For the finals.
Yeah, for the finals,
Versus one of you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Playing Merlin's Tower.
It's unfortunate. You really want to get that's a card is insane if you can get the value out of it.
Yeah, if you can get the value,
get that free grapple shot. So honestly, we were kind of both rambling during Jerome's deck, but it's basically, I would say, it's like a pretty typical air earth. Like, I have this. Like, I'm just looking at it. I have essentially the same deck built with my Pathfinder. Where it's just like, I'm just going to play sites every turn, and I'm going to play a 3 cost 4/4, and I'm going to play a 4 cost 5/5, and I'm going to play a Pudge Butcher, and then I'm going to grapple shot it to you, and then I'm going to use his ability, I'm going to common sense package, and I'm going to 4 blink. Like, I think Air Earth might be now stuck in this kind of, unless you try to do some funky stuff, maybe, like you use Border Militia and stuff like that. But exactly. I don't know, like your mid-range Air Earth deck, I think it looks essentially like this.
And I'm going to go on by saying that it took me a couple of turns to really realize like what he's doing. You'll see later in the video, but then his method of like his approach to like attacking and so on. And it took me a couple of turns to be like, oh, okay, no.
Well, I think I don't want to like ruin anything here that you're trying to set up, but I was actually just going to say it's interesting that he's playing the boss control in the back row, because then you can just push it with the avatar and then it attacks in. So it has movement +2 essentially. Or movement +1. Oh, look at you with your Dark Tower.
Yeah. So, but then it feels bad because it's like I'm making that trade where I'm like, I have a 3/3 charge airborne minion, and he has this box troll.
So perhaps should have played something else then. Is that a Balin in your hand?
Possibly.
What is that card? No, that's a sight.
Yeah, it's Poison Well.
Lightning Bolt.
I think I had a flanking maneuver.
Oh, if you have lightning, okay, no, because you played the troll, so if it misses, then it's kind of a waste of a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it like waiting one more turn and being able to attack freely on 12, basically? Could have been an option for you, right? Yeah, and then this deck just curves into Pudge Butcher, and then you play the Vampire.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's only playing one Vampire. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, it's, this deck was tough to play against. It was really, so he loses one from the poison wall.
But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, look at that. I would 100%, excuse me, cut one or two of those 1-cost 2/2s for the Vampire.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
you could have cut like 2 Snow Leopards, put 1 Vampire, and maybe, something.
How have you been liking Brother Knight?
Brother Knight, I like, is a lot of people are like indifferent about it. Some people are like, I just, for me, it's putting 2 bodies on the board. They're 3 power. They could deal with a pretty significant amount of like minions.
Yeah.
And it's just like filtering my deck.
It just
one card less. It feels bad sometimes, but like,
well, just so that if they imp and they shoot one of them and then the other one trades into the imp and like they just kind of like,
yeah, but I
freaking violent.
It can be violent, but then there's like other times where I'm like, oh, okay, jihad.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, now
power.
I'm swinging for 8. So,
and if you have a Boudica.
Yeah, and then you have a Boudica on top of that. So it's like, yeah. So I personally like it. And anytime I could justify playing a Hoover art card,
sure.
It's just like,
yeah, no, I'm also a big fan
near
of
and dear to my heart. So it's just like, it's like for me, it's like kind of like a double
win.
Yeah, double win.
Oh, stupid grapple shot.
Yeah, so
grapple shot's best common in the game.
Yeah, and then he just like
pretty easy statement.
Yeah, grapple shots. I'm playing 2 in my deck because it's that good.
Oh, see, like I don't know if you're gonna be tempted to infiltrate here, but I don't know. I don't know if I would, unless it depends what. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know what's in your hand. So like,
yeah, I didn't have much going on, so I was like, I need to take care of this.
Because like you're playing a pretty aggressive deck. If you draw your Mountainous Lion, Monstrous Lion, or maybe the 4 power is a bit too much for you to deal with, perhaps. Because the thing is like now if he plays Vampire or Pudge Butcher, like maybe you prefer to have, well, not Pudge Butcher, but Vampire might be better to take. But again, if your hand is not letting you deal with a 4 power minion, then yeah, take it. Yeah, like that's how you're dealing with the 4 power minion.
Yeah, there's like later, and we'll see later on in the game. He drew good. So I'm like, okay, great. He has the sinkhole. So not great for me. He has the Pegasus.
Okay, he's only got 1 card left in his hand, though. If you can find a
way, but you know what? Like, I thought that too, but like, you'll see, like, I don't know, he just was able to, I don't know. He was able to always have cards in his hand, and I was like, this is bonkers to me.
Queen of Midland?
No.
Oh, you see, like, you drew your mountain, you drew your lion.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Like, you can't, wait, what are you gonna hope you draw your 2 of out of 43 cards? Doesn't make any sense. Bolt is good.
Yeah, so I'm just like trying to clear the path for me to get in and swing.
Yeah, shame you can't also play the lion. I mean, that one isn't that soldier isn't like threatening you, but still, just be nice to get it off the board. And then, but that being said, if you had a monstrous line, would you go for the 1/1 or would you just start moving in? So like,
I'd probably start moving in because I want to. With this deck, I really want to put the pressure on the opponent quickly. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it might be at sacrifice of like a minion or 2 minions, but if I'm making them on their turn react to my minions versus being, like advancing in their game strategy, it's like I'll make that trade where I'm just like, okay, waste your turn, you kill my minion, but you're not doing much else that turn. Mm-hmm. And then next turn, I'm like drawing 2, and maybe I could play 1 or 2 minions and be the aggressor again. Just continue playing the pressure. So that token,
but
some damage.
It's kind of hard to be to play Monstrous Lion versus Avatar of Air, right? Because you attack him for 4, and then he just pushes you to a nearby site. So you go to 12, and then it takes like 2 turns to get back in.
Yeah,
it could be really rough, actually. Okay, yeah. So there's the air. There's the Avatar pushing the troll up. Mm-hmm. And then it comes in for a swing of 2. Now, considering you have the lion, do you block that troll to kill it, give him back his unicorn, and then kill the unicorn? Is that ever an option, or is that misuse of the lion? The reason I'm only suggesting it is because of what I'm
there's
saying.
probably
right?
one or
Like,
two misplays. Because like I'm really trying to analyze his deck, so I'm not familiar with the Avatar of Error. So for me, this was like really a learning experience, like playing against this particular avatar and its strategies.
Mhm.
Like when I'm playing against Death Speaker, I know what to expect. When I'm playing against Archie, I know what to expect. When I'm playing against, you know, Geo or so on or Witch, I know their game plan. But when I'm playing against Avatar of Error, I don't know what to expect. So I'm, even though being an aggressive deck, I'm just like, it's okay, I might win, I might lose, but I'm just really trying to analyze the situation.
Mhm.
So I'm really happy to draw that smokestack because now his sinkhole is like
turned off.
Yeah, it has turned off. So I'm like, okay, I have my sight. It's great.
Oh yeah, wait. Of course, the lion can just attack the troll
Yeah.
and live. Of course, that's why you don't block. Then you get to keep the lion. Silly. Good. So
But then
good for you. Then good for
he's
you.
like, see what I mean? So like he always has like one or two cards in 10, one or two cards in 10. Yeah.
What is common sense gonna get him?
Oh, I could tell you it's gonna get him.
Trying to think what a grapple shot's
Yeah,
good.
grapple shot. I think this is the turn he got a grapple shot. So he already played one grapple shot. And so
You can get Barry.
yeah.
Barry deals with the lion in a nice, clean way. And then he moves up with the troll.
Or maybe it was
Because he can't move anywhere with that troll as long as you have that lion, right? So
yeah.
he might want to just get rid of the lion. Like same reason for you infiltrating the unicorn at 4 powers. It's really good.
Yeah, so Barry.
See, like, Jerome being at 1 card in hand, you know what the last thing he wants to do is right now? Draw a snow leopard.
Yeah.
How happy are you if this guy drops a snow leopard next turn? How sad are you if he drops a vampire? You know?
Yeah, exactly. So, and I know some people might be like, well, why didn't you attack with the block with the unicorn? Because it's like, okay, I'll make that trade, kill his watch troll, but then he'll get his unicorn back. So it's like, I'm really waiting to, that's just to keep it at bay. Like, okay, I'm going to take a bit of damage. What was the...
It seems... But your thing should still be buried, though.
So...
He's just pushing it to 14 and attacking the smokestack instead.
Yeah, okay.
And then he gets stealth. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that sight is...
but smokestack makes it lose its ability, so...
Good.
Yeah.
But still a really good sight, though, that treetop hideout.
Yeah.
Honestly, especially...
Yeah, I was so happy to have that smokestack.
Yeah.
Because it's... Actually, I don't really draw it very often. And I was like, wow, the one time I draw it, it, like, deals with, like, 2 sights. And I was just like, oh, thank goodness. I was so happy to have... So this turn, I'm like, okay, I have the Highland Falconer. I can maybe fetch...
Get another block. Get the bat and double block the troll.
Is that what I do? I don't recall.
That disenchant is looking...
Yeah.
Another one? Okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's a bit aggressive. I think your falconer and bat deal with that just fine.
Yeah, looking back, I should have like taken the Highland Falconer and then gotten the bat and then just 2 for 1. And kept the infiltrate later on. So that's probably I was like so excited to have 2 infiltrates.
Also, yeah, okay. I just saw what he drew. Feels bad to infiltrate a troll, tell you that much.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Imagine he plays that and then you take it. I mean, now, again, like you can only use it 1 time, but A, either 1 time is all you need, or B, he doesn't get to use it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that like token, that one, it had put like 4 or 5, like that token did some serious damage to me.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like I was like, okay, I need to deal with this token immediately. And I'm like, now I have a Pudge Butcher to deal with. And now he buried my lion. So I'm like,
That blink comes in at a good time, right?
yeah. I was pretty happy about that. Yeah.
Jeez.
I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't draw well this game at all. And that's when I decided to, when I used, like, going back to the deck tech in the beginning to add a couple more creatures because it was like, I felt like I drew like 1 to 2 too many magic spells or I really wanted minions. So I think maybe that's why I didn't use... I used the infiltrate on the boss troll because I said the token is problematic for me, so I could kill the token with the falconer. I could then use the bat to swing in for 2 and start maybe not being the aggressor.
Yeah, I just think though, like when you, I mean, potential lesson learned, but I think whenever you see
Yeah.
Air Earth, just assume there's just going to be a fucking 4-cost-5 guy.
Yeah.
Like this big.
No,
boys
I
are
knew
gonna come in.
I knew it was coming. I knew.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was coming, but I was like, I'm hoping to draw the Sorcerer 2 per turn just to get that edge. But then when he's drawing cards like Common Sense,
Oh, yeah, fuck. I always forget about that. The
Yeah.
avatar just moves the
Yeah.
butcher.
so
There's
now
no
I'm like, there's no escape to this goddamn butcher. And that's where I felt really bad playing the infiltrate on the boss troll versus the butcher, because the butcher like pretty much did some damage to me,
Oh,
as you can see.
now he gives it still.
Yeah.
That's pretty incroyable.
Yeah, so not feeling great at this moment, as you can see.
Yeah, I was even gonna say, you know, sometimes you just play your Pudge Butcher and they just move their thing out of the way, and then your guys just your gals just sitting there doing nothing. And then I always forget that the Avatar of Air just does the blink thing, you know, like
I feel like just buying the Avatar of Air, building this deck, and just playing a mirror match against Jerome, just be like, how do you like it? It's just not. But it's like, yeah, that being able to push, like, again, I playing the blink, but I'm like, it's true, he could push his Pudge and then just follow me around. So it's like, now I need to get to maybe square 6, maybe, and try to, but I can't. Unless I have a blanked, it will take me 2 turns, and by then the butcher is just gonna
keep taking
damage. So it's like,
I mean, you could move to 11 and then put the bat at 12, and then it'll be in the way of the.
see, what I should have done too is
But then he just.
also, what I should have done, like looking on hindsight, is moved his minions with stealth, the infiltrates. I should have moved it closer towards him, because I think once per turn you can only push once per turn. So if I had been more aggressive in positioning his own minions with the infiltrates closer to him,
Yeah.
and then I could have attacked him, and then this okay, but then you can only push one of those minions back per turn. So looking back now, I should have been more aggressive on the movement of those particular creatures. But I mean, or had I maybe put in, yeah. So let's live and learn. But again, like I said, not playing this avatar against this avatar as much. I don't have as much experience. So but now playing against it, now I'm much more.
Well, the instinct of worrying about its ability isn't fresh in the head, right? Like you see, you play against it one time out of 7 months. Like you're not thinking about the fact, because now I was even just saying, like, you can put the bat in front of the avatar to block the projectile, but then the avatar of air can just push the Dalcian there and attack. No, the bat has airborne. Yeah, what? The bat has airborne, so the bat can't be attacked.
No, but yeah, it still feels bad.
You're at 5 life.
Not feeling great.
Oh, because the thing is, even if you do all those gymnastics and prevent your avatar from Right? He just pushes the phalanx into 13 and then attacks your site on 8, puts you to death's door.
Yeah.
I think there's some interesting lessons from this game, though. Honestly, like about the infiltrate specifically. Just like maybe the
prematurely playing it probably,
but the unicorn one was probably fine in the end.
Yeah,
maybe just the troll one was a bit much.
Hindsight, maybe I should have played the falconer and the bats, where the troll was. Maybe if taken just one more damage from the soldier token.
Yeah, and then violent
a bit later. But I think I drew it like 2 or 3 turns later.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I had it right. Because if I had the imp, I would have just played it on the side and killed this token immediately. So, but yeah, that push ability, just really, really powerful. And you know, it's funny too. Like, I always find like with sorcery, when you're playing this game, it's like, it feels like it's like, oh, okay, you're playing. Like, I realized when we were doing commentary, you're like, oh, it's like 14 minutes, and you look at the clock and you're like, no, it's like 47. It's just like, what?
Oh,
how?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was like 10 minutes, because you're like, okay, it's like, you're like, no, 47 minutes has passed.
Yeah, you play 3 matches and it's like 10 o'clock.
And you're like,
what happened?
Yeah, so then second common sense.
Another grapple shot?
And then this is where he gets his grapple shot. So, blink. Yeah. Okay. So, like, I think you drew like 3 common senses game 2. So it was just like, I can't.
Yeah.
You're just getting everything you need. So I'm like,
yeah, blink there. Yeah. Oh, well, no, but he's gonna have to hit the imp.
Yeah, I think we
made a mistake there. Yeah.
No, I think we went back on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like from the starting location. I'm like, yeah, because enemy. So I'm like, the imp has to die first. But I mean, he could still move it to square 13.
Yeah, well, he can even move it to 7. He pushes the imp and then he pushes the phalanx up to 13 and attack it for 5. Well, you could block with one of the stealth minions, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it kind of delays the inevitable. Not sure.
What are you talking about? I could have won this game. Maybe. Who knows?
No, I'm saying like if the like, I don't mean it in that sense. I mean in the sense of like if you're gonna get put to death's door by that thing attacking that site, and the only thing you have left to do is block with his stealth minion, it seems like he's gonna eventually get to attack that site.
You know, it's times like this when because this deck I'm always like changing 1 or 2 cards, and then at one point I had Death Dealer, and I was like, I wish I hadn't kept Death Dealer in this deck. But I mean, it's like 7 casting cost, and it's
just play Fields of Canlam, right, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I have it. But I mean, you have to draw from your atlas, and you're trying not to play too many subs. So I mean, if you draw, if you draw a grade, but if you don't, I'm not really depending on this card. So going into that whole core, in our last deck tech video, you're like mixed feelings about the cores and mixes. Early game feels great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the one card I don't want to draw, which is the mix. Like, I'm only going to see its benefit next turn, because I still have to use 1 mana to cast it now. And then right now I need minions. I don't need a mix. So it's okay. I'm going to make that trade off. And then I believe... So I grapple shot. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, at least I could deal with that. So I was like, okay, 2 for 1 to his own. Didn't see what I drew. I think I drew another bat.
Looked like flanking maneuver.
Or flanking maneuver. Yeah, I remember at the end, when at the end of the game, I think I had 2 flanking maneuvers in my hand. So he pushes.
Looks like you're going to death's door this turn.
No.
No?
No. What's you talking about?
True. We might forget to attack. We might forget to attack.
Yeah, I do it. It's just, yeah. That's why I like, when I was saying like mid to late game, like my minions, because it's like 3-4 power, like those knights, when you kind of like whiff a little bit and you're just like, I was like,
Is there any reason for him? Oh, because he can't. Never mind. I was gonna say for him to not just attack on 7. So this is obviously like the little downside, a little downside of that card.
what?
He can't kill you next turn because it can't move itself sideways. He has to have
Yeah.
another card to get it there. Now, of course, that is a thing. Sure.
Yeah, I think he's trying to corner me in,
Yeah.
which makes sense. Yeah, so
How are you feeling at this exact moment?
not great.
Mm.
No, not great at all.
There's the Italian coming out of you.
Hey,
Oh, what is
I
this?
talk to my union delegate over here.
What are
This
these
is,
cards?
these conditions, these work conditions, you know? You make work something out that could slip you a brown envelope, you know?
Give me a card here, give me a card there. So yeah, Boudica. I was talking big game about that card, and you're not putting on a good show for me. I don't appreciate it.
When other minions attack sites, they get +3 power. Well, does it look like I have other
Yeah,
minions?
well, that's the that's the
okay.
problem. You shouldn't have let him play grapple shot so many times.
You have common senses.
Yeah,
I think
I
you drew
know.
3 common senses games, so it's
Yeah.
like...
Are you playing Feast for Crow?
And this is not my, no. Yeah, it was a consideration. I think I had it once. But, you know...
What do you name against Archie? If you have against Archimago, what are you naming with Feast for Crow? Let's say you play on turn 3.
Depending...
Just turn 3 you play. What are you naming?
Crater Eyes.
I was thinking about it, and like that was my go-to. I think I'm gonna start naming Divine Healing.
Or Divine Healing is probably like a second option.
like
Like
turn
neck
3.
and neck.
Yeah.
Because like the objective with Archie is like you just wanting to like get Crater Eyes.
I don't think that Avatar is prepared to lose its Divine Healings.
Yeah. That's true.
It could tame it a little bit. But now, of course, you have to play air. You have to play that. You have to see your unique on turn 3. You know, like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So
Raiders is a defender, I suppose.
yeah. I'm just like trying to put minions to...
Yeah. So a little bit unfortunate for Jerome because he's got all these earth sites right above his. So now that he can't use the ability of his avatar again.
Why couldn't he use his ability?
Because he has to be on an air site.
Oh, and there's...
Oh, is that
he
just
not? No.
is that just
so
winning
like,
the game? Yeah, just get grapple shot and move into 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
I
that.
was like, no, you can't do that, man. Come on.
Yeah. No,
like-
he moves himself sideways. This is
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We have a cat. Hello, cat.
Yeah. He's like, either way, I'll find a way.
I'll find.
I have a unicorn or
Yeah.
phalanx, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, grapple shot has just been.
So I mean, he had
Yeah,
like
that's
3
good.
grapple shots in
Yeah.
this whole game. So
Oh,
like,
it's-
I can't.
It's an incredible card. I mean,
Yeah, that's why I play 2 in my deck. It's really a good card, but like,
he's played 4, I think, right?
yeah, but I mean, he has like 3 common sense, and he's like
4 common sense, even. Shit.
4 common sense, and then grapple shots. So like those 2 together was
Wow.
just like I couldn't. He just drew. He drew better. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. It'll be how it'll be.
And he goes into the finals with
Versus either me or Antoine.
Yeah.
So right now that game is happening on the side, and one of us we'll try to put on a show for you in the finals, and
Don't forget to like, subscribe,
Yeah.
stay tuned for the final round, and you might be surprised to see what actually won our tournament. And
I'm looking forward to that.
yeah. So anything else you want to add?
Yeah.
our Learn to Play event coming Friday, May 30th.
Next week at the bar we play at.
But I think by the time this video comes out, it'll be
It'll probably
that,
pass
so.
it, yeah. But it's okay. Either way. Anyways, no, it's okay. I'm just excited for the finals and the conclusion of our first little tournament. I think everyone had a good time. Everyone had a fun experience of all.
Yeah,
Most people.
When I was like looking at that card, it's like you see cards online, you see the art, it's like it looks nice, but then when you see it in person, you're like, wow, it's really a gorgeous card. And I was really admiring the card because wow, it's like really.
She's my favorite artist in the game so far. I think Severine.
It's like
Pino.
you just look at it, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, she did a lot of amazing cards.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Pompetti is a contender.
Yeah.
But yeah, Severine, she did
That's really powerful stuff. But anyways, at this point we're up.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, we can go into art history next time. All right. See ya.